friend Roger Christopherson here again with kind of another first listen review overview, I guess. I am really ready and raring to babble about my favorite artist of all time, the guy who inspired me to want to be a musician, write songs, be any type of artist at all, Pete Townshend. This is called The Studio Albums. It's a complete box set of all his studio albums, not counting like Scoop or any of those demo albums and stuff like that. This is the official studio albums, and it's not including the earlier ones that he did for Mayor Baba or anything like that. It starts with Who Came First, which I know there's some debate over whether that was an actual solo album or not, but I think it is. The two before that were definitely not completely solo albums. Those are more like compilation things. So I think this is right where his solo album career started. And it's funny because when you're holding it all, it doesn't seem like there's that much solo stuff he did. There's a lot of, we got a couple in here that are not, because they included in this the one he did with Ronnie Lane, Rough Mix. So you've only got one, two, one, two, three, four, five, six studio albums. It just doesn't seem like that much. But anyway, there's a lot here because they do give you both versions of Psychedelic as well. 25-page little booklet in it. It does come in a nice smaller. I hate it when box sets are gigantic, quite honestly. I don't mind them when they're smaller like this, and it still has all the info in it. I don't care for the trinkets and pictures and lithographs and patches and pins. Not a big fan of that stuff. So when it's just the music and there's something cool to read along with it, it gives a lot of info and the recordings and the whatever else there was to know about it. Very cool. There's a little intro written by Pete himself. And there's the rest of it is by Mark Kent. And there's not writing on every single page. There's a lot of pictures in here and stuff as well. I was wondering if this was remastered. I was trying to find out if this was actually remastered or not. And I can't really find any information that says anything about being remastered. I forgot to turn my phone off, so hold on. Let me do that real quick. It does say, it does list in the back here that was mastered by Jen Astley. So I don't know if that just means everything was. I would have to go through all the individual notes and everything again, which I have not done because I never do my research right on these things. But so just kind of buzzing through them really quick. I don't even know why I bought this because I have all this stuff. I have the re-releases with all the bonus stuff on it, and I knew there was no bonus material in here at all. There's not one single bonus song in any of this because if you're looking for anything extra, there's nothing here. All of this has been released before. But it's all here together in one concise little box, which is kind of cool. I will say, though, that they did a very good job of it. Everything comes out, it's almost like an exact replica of what the albums were. Although not all of them were gatefold. These are all like little gatefold. They open up. They have a little sleeve in it with the CD in it instead of just a CD just popping out of it. And there's a little booklet for each one that has all the info on it like the original stuff did. They stuck very closely to the original album artwork and just kind of miniaturized it. Although, like Ronnie Lane, I believe that was originally a gatefold, but, some of these other ones weren't. So I thought that was cool and that they did really well. And, just kind of listening through all this again, because there's a lot here to listen through. It's just awesome. I can never listen to enough Pete. I just can't. I can't ever get enough of it. Just in order, it's just kind of cool to hear how he evolved as a songwriter. Hugely evolved as a songwriter. That the oddball one, of course, is the Rough Mix one. But even a couple of the songs on there would have fit perfectly well on anything he did in here. Of course, I'm trying to read through it quick as I'm doing all this and fumbling, but songs like Keep Me Turning I think is really cool, or Street in the City, Till the Rivers All Run Dry, anything like that. It's funny because he used to play Hard to Hang On To on a lot of his live stuff, and that was probably one of my least favorite ones on here, but I know he used to do that one live a lot, and in the solo shows, that is. So how he evolved over the years, it's just great. And it's funny because I was listening to the Psychoderelict, and I remember this before when I first heard Psychoderelict. Because it was right after he'd already done like the musical, the Iron Man, where he had some guest appearances on there. And that one always kind of sounded a little bit less like a solo album as well, because he had a couple songs there that would have qualified as Who songs, and then he had some guest singers on that one. But going to Psychoderelict, where it's mainly him singing, but it's got the whole story and it's got all the dialogue going on there. I remember when I first got it, I was like, man, it would be nice to hear this without the dialogue. And then they did release it as music only, and after I listened to that, I was like, man, I really like it with the dialogue a lot better. So it's kind of funny, but you got your option here. I'm sure some people liked it with the music only, but it's funny after. It's one of those things, be careful what you wish for. But I guess you could listen to it both ways if you want, and you get all that in here. So basically, you got Who Came First, which I've already said people debate as, whether that was a true first solo album or not, because I think he was still kind of very heavily involved in, the Mayor Baba thing going on then. I don't remember if this was like how this was originally released. I should do more research on this, but I don't. And, you get the earlier version of Pure and Easy on here, Let's See Action, which, of course went on to be part of the Lifehouse whole box set that he released as well, that was supposed to be originally in Lifehouse, and he did them on here. And so he had scattered bits and pieces of that on Who albums and on his solo albums here. But I think truly his first full-fledged solo album obviously was Empty Glass. That's where I really started getting into the solo stuff of his, and of course all the Best Cowboys. But when White City came out, I remember also going down to our local video shop, and they had, like for rent on VHS, the White City movie, and I watched that over and over and over. Actually, I found a way to, I probably shouldn't admit this, I don't know if it's illegal or not, but I found a way to, took two VCRs together and copy it. It didn't have the protection on it at that point in time, so I could actually make a copy where it didn't have all the squiggly lines and crap going through it. And I watched that quite a few times. I actually own it now on DVD, but that's because I'm crazy and I buy everything Pete Townshend there is, which is kind of what I was getting at with this to begin with. That's why this is kind of like an overview. I kind of buzzed through it because I wanted to hear if it sounded any different, like remastered, because I couldn't tell, from the info that I had if it was or not, and I still can't. So if anybody knows for sure if this is, I feel like really stupid not knowing it, but I cannot find out if it really is or not. But like I said at the beginning of this, I really don't know why I bought this, because I have everything, but I'm a Pete Townshend completist. So I guess if you're not a person who has collected everything Pete Townshend yet, this would be cool for you. It's really not expensive. I think it was like $120 or something like that. I actually don't remember. I think it was about $120. It's got all the stuff you would want, in studio albums. I mean, it's all the studio albums. So, and it's got, a great place to start. If you're a completist, you're going to have this, but you're also going to have all the stuff with all the bonus tracks, because the bonus stuff is pretty cool on a bunch of these as well. So, yeah, I'm a little nuts, and that's why I got it. If you're not nuts, you probably have no reason to buy this. $120 for a 25-page little booklet probably isn't worth it to you if you're not like a diehard fan. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about getting this. There's nothing extra, but it's all together. It is really cool, compiled what they did and the artwork and all that stuff. So no complaints. I mean, I knew what I was getting into when I bought this thing. I'm very happy with it. But somebody else thinking they're going to get some extra stuff may not be. So anyway, I said that like 3 or 4 times now. So once again, if you're doing the drinking game, you might want to tip a couple back there. If you're drinking along every time I mention that it's no bonus stuff. So anyway, feel free to comment as always if you think there's something I'm leaving out of this or I should have mentioned, or whatever you want to talk about with Pete Townshend or Who. I don't care. This is the place to do it. And as always, like, share, and subscribe and keep this music alive, because if Pete Townshend's going to keep coming out with stuff, I'm going to keep buying it. So until then, until next time and all that, see ya.